Hello, 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 hello. Am I audible? Hello. थोड़ा आवाज धीरे है. Hello. A very good morning, everyone. Honorable dignitaries, our chief guest, Dr. Suresh Gosavi, Vice Chancellor, SPPU. Our guest of honor, Dr. Hemant Sonamne, Executive Director, CVO, Maharashtra Metro Rail Corporation. Keynote speakers, Dr. Yogesh Joshi, former officiating Vice Chancellor, Sardar Patel University, Gujarat. Mrs. Shalini Gadu, Project Director, DRDA. Colonel Sudhin Arvindan, Executive VP, Yes Bank. Dr. Vijay Khare, Director of International Affairs and Official Registrar, SPPU. Management, DYPIMS. Dr. Bharat Chavan Patil, Executive Director, DYPIMS. Mrs. Supriya Chavan Patil, Trustee, DYPIMS. Mrs. Shweta Chavan Patil, Managing Director, Quality Assurance. Professor D.R. Karnure, Consultant Director, DYPIMS. Dr. J.G. Patil, Head Corporate Relations, DYPIMS. Dr. Kuldeep Charak, Director, DYPIMS, Chairman of the International Conference. Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, Director, IICMR, Co-Chairman of the conference. Guests and invitees from the corporate, government, reps, academia from across the country, research scholars, faculty members, student fraternity, and staff, a very warm welcome to all of you for the 2 days 7th Asia-Africa Development International Conference, Summit, Awards, and Business Conclave 2024, addressing the theme Sustainable Smart Tech Businesses Across Global Economies, organized by Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Management Studies and co-partnered by Institute of Industrial and Computer Management and Research, Nigdi, Pune. Light symbolizes brightness and prosperity. With this noble thought, let us start this event by lighting the lamp in front of Goddess Saraswati and invoke blessings of Goddess Saraswati. I request everyone to rise for Saraswati Vandana. Thank you. The world is full of diamonds and gems, and we are having some of them here today. I invite Executive Director, DYPIMS, Dr. Bharat Chavan Patil, to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Suresh Gosavi, Vice Chancellor, SPPU. I invite Dr. Kuldeep Charak sir, Director DYPIMS Chairman International Conference, to felicitate Dr. Vijay Khare, Director International Affairs. I now request Dr. Kuldeep Charak sir to please give a welcome address. Thank you.
Distinguished and esteemed guests on the dais, and equally distinguished off the dais, industry hunkos, delegates from academia and industry, faculty members, dear students, members from the media and friends. Good morning and very warm welcome and hearty welcome to the International Conference and Business Conclave on Sustainable Smart Tech Businesses across global economies, organized under the aegis of 7th Asia Africa Development Council Summit Awards 2024 in collaboration with the Institute of Industrial and Computer Management and Research, Vince Care Foundation, and in association with the Kryv Ray National University Ukraine, UU Scientific Center of Innovative Research Estonia, Ahmed University Chennai, Halu Olio University Indonesia, Sagabuana University Indonesia, with Taylor and Francis as our publishing partners for publishing research papers. Asia-Africa Development Council that operates under the aegis of Council for Sustainable Peace and Development, which is vigorously pursuing the United Nations Organization's 17-point Charter 2030 for Sustainable Peace and Growth, of which India is also one of the signatories. The very objective of this conference and business conclave is to delve deeper in integrating the technology with businesses across the economic spectrum to create an environment of holistic sustainability, the sustainability in promoting peace, equality, economic growth, education and research, alleviating hunger, and uplifting the underprivileged across the continents, ensuring smooth continuity of generations to come for protecting the environment and Mother Earth by restructuring our business endeavors. Therefore, this sustainability becomes scalable and quantifiably measurable, ensuring the delivery to all stakeholders, thus resulting in desired upliftment in the societies globally and not just business communities. Such interventions will ease to integrate micro, minor, and medium-level enterprises to leverage their potentials to the hilt by best possible use of technology in their regular operations. Their business sustainability largely harps on using the latest technological tools and framework, thus reducing the human intervention and increasing technological dependence. Our MSMEs play a pivotal role in defining the economic sustenance both nationally and internationally. Our larger focus, therefore, will be to provide requisite impetus to such economic warehouses. Academia today understands to play the linchpin role in helping the industry by carrying out due research and studies and related support system. We also understand that industry and academia are inseparable two sides of the same coin for any economic growth story. Here, Council for Sustainable Peace and Development yearns to play a pivotal role for becoming a dependable cog in the entire scheme of fruition by creating opportunities of different dimensions for different peoples. Council believes in empowerment of every human being. This can be achieved through both qualitatively and quantitatively well-defined approaches and pathways. Days of operating in the isolation are the history. We earnestly engage and collaborate with the entities and institutions facing similar challenges and pursuing similar value chains. Council furthers all such shared global objectives. Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Management Studies, Pune, which is celebrating its 20th glorious year in the domain of imparting professional management education, takes the pride in taking the lead in organizing and hosting the 7th Asia Africa Development Council Summit Awards 2024. Second time, of course, in Pune. The Let me reiterate and emphasize success in social endeavors is not a one-day affair, but it encompasses consistency in efforts, perseverance in thoughts, and unflinching ironclad willpower that never allows you to lower the anchors at any given time. Yes, this success will be ours, always and ever. Thank you very much for patient listening. Jai Hind.
Thank you for this wonderful welcoming note, sir, and officially welcoming everyone to this impactful event. I now request Dr. Bharat Chavan Patil, sir, Executive Director, DYPM, as the driving force behind this institute to deliver the presidential address.
A very good morning to all of you. Respected Chief Guest Dr. Suresh Gosavi sir, Vice Chancellor at SPPU. Guest of Honor Dr. Hemant Sonawne sir, Executive Director CVO and Pune Metro Project. Dr. Yogesh Joshi, former officiating Vice Chancellor at Sardar Patel University. Colonel Sunil Aravindan, he'll join us shortly, Executive Vice President at Yes Bank. Dr. Abhay Kulkarni sir, Dr. Charak sir, Director DYPIMS, Management, faculty, staff, and my dear students. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to 7th Asia-Africa Development Conference, Summit and Awards 2024. I thank the honorable dignitaries for sparing their valuable time to be here with us today. The DY Patil Group is a value-based organization established in 1984 out of sheer passion and vision of its pioneer, Padma Shri Dr. DY Patil. Under his visionary leadership, the group has strengthened its roots in education sector with groundbreaking initiatives and programs. The group has strong presence in Pune, Mumbai, and Kolhapur. The city of Pune itself has 6 campuses with a cumulative student strength of 1 lakh plus students passing out every year. Each such campus is built on a solid foundation of ethics, values, transparency, and excellence. I am proud to announce that this year DYPIMS enters its 20th glorious year. From a humble beginning in August 2004, we have come a long way. Thanks to NBA and NAC accreditations, we have developed systems and processes with regards to academics, co- and extracurricular activities, strong and transparent feedback mechanism, highly committed teaching and non-teaching staff. Over the next 48 hours, we look forward to having intense deliberations in the fields of marketing, finance, HR, information technology, and so on. Lastly, I would like to thank the committees involved in this conference for their efforts in putting this all together. I also thank our sponsors, without whom this conference would not have been possible. I urge all of you to participate in this earnestly and hope that you take home a wealth of information as it pertains to your field of study. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. Thank you for your leadership and your unwavering dedication to making a difference in whatever we do, in everything that we do. Here's to many more of success and inspiration. I'm extremely delighted now to introduce you all to our chief guest, Dr. Suresh Gosavi, Vice Chancellor, SPPU. Dr. Gosavi holds a PhD in electronic science, has vast experience in the field of teaching and research. He's authored over 209 journals, both national and international, and has also participated in numerous conferences both in India and abroad. Dr. Gosavi has worked on nanoparticles and nanocomposites, among other fields of electronics and physics. Behind every great leader lies a foundation of knowledge and expertise. Over the last 17 years as a core academician, he has also exemplified excellence in various courses like electronics, nanotechnology, physics of semiconductor devices, optoelectronics, and other subjects, showcasing his ability to facilitate teaching and learning effectively. His area of research include lithography and pattern transfer using plasma polymerization, dry electron beam resist synthesis and characterization.
Namaskar, good morning. Thanks for the kind introduction. Quick introduction of myself. I am a student of science. That's my introduction. Well, as she has mentioned that, okay, I did my entire education in electronics for survival. I'm located in physics and I'm doing biology since last 10 years. Coming back to the podium, honorable dignitaries sitting on the dais, the Executive Director, Dr. Bharat Chavan Patil, other dignitaries of the dais, and dear students, friends. It's indeed pleasure to be here on this, on the occasion of the 7th Asia Africa Development Conference Summit, which is being organized by a prestigious institute which has dedicated for the education since last 20 years. It's glorious years, which he has already kindly mentioned. Their dedication is not only reflected in education, but also the development of a youth in true sense who will be witnessing the Vikasit Bharat 2047, and that's the dedication of DY Patil Institutes, okay? I have been associated this institute in different capacities as a faculty member when I was in physics, and then due to some reason I came, and all the time, okay, I was really fascinated with the facilities which are created, not only infrastructure, but the way they have been imparting the education to the society. And I think that dedication really pays back their recognition in the area of education. Okay. Coming back to the conference. Okay, the conference really talks about the sustainability of smart techs, wherein most of the discussion will be holding on management practices across the world, especially towards the sustainability. I look at this particular subject in different contexts, like, okay, I consider this as a local technology development towards sustainability, wherein, okay, I consider this as an appropriate technology, okay, and in looking towards the appropriate technology, there is a poem which I have came across, which has no name, and it says that, okay, go to the local people, talk to them, learn from them, try to understand what they exactly need, and if you can develop something for them is the best thing which we can do for the society, and I think that will be in true sense sustainability towards the world, okay? But on the other hand, as far as the business is concerned, because the college always talks about the business, okay? And in business and also in the sustainability, okay, there are two issues, okay, which need to bring together and come up with the model, okay, which also takes care of business at the same time sustainability towards the, okay. And then there are certain issues which we are really addressing, okay, like one is the climate change. And in the climate change, okay, when we talks about the sustainability of the farmers, okay, how they will be coming up with the solution, okay, so that the sustainability comes, okay. On the other hand, if you look at the entire country which is going through different kind of transformation, one is the energy transformation, so we need the energy sustainability. On the other hand, okay, the new generation is talking about the digital transformation, wherein again artificial intelligence and machine learning is going to play important role in the technology and also in the businesses, and then how we can sustain our business, okay, by considering all these issues, okay, and apart from that, okay, a good quality product, okay. And from that point of view, the discussion and the deliberation in this conference will be really good, good to listen. I'll be happy to listen a little more, but in the interest of time, I had to go, but my apology for the organizers that, okay, I had to go a little early, but with this brief, okay, I wish a good success to this particular conference, and the white paper which will be coming out after the deliberation will really give direction to the new generation that, okay, how sustainability is really important for everyone, okay, to take care, because it's not just a buzzword, but, okay, this sustainability will be really important for everyone to take care in their life. With this brief, okay, I take this opportunity to thank the organizer for giving me an opportunity to be here to talk with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words. Thank you for adding glory to this elite event. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir's insight has given valuable insights, with a fresh perspective that one should adopt in our personal as well as professional lives with respect to the theme. Moving on, we again begin with the felicitation program. I now invite Dr. Bharat Chavan Patil, sir, to felicitate the guest of honor, Dr. Hemant Sonavne, Executive Director, CVO, and Maharashtra Metro Rail Project. Is not yet come? Okay. Shalini Kadu ma'am is here. Then I humbly request you, sir, to please felicitate the keynote speaker, Mrs. Shalini Kadu, Project Director, DRDA. Thank you. I invite Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, Director Director IICMR, to felicitate the keynote speakers, Dr. Yogesh Joshi, former officiating Vice Chancellor, Sardar Patel University, Gujarat. Moving on, I request you, sir, to felicitate the keynote speaker, Colonel Sunil Arvindan, Executive VP, Yes Bank. Thank you. I request you, sir, to please felicitate Mrs. Supriya Chavan Patil, Trustee, DYPIMS. I also request you, sir, to please felicitate Mrs. Shweta Chavan Patil, Managing Director, Quality Assurance, DYPIMS. Chavan Patil, sir, to please felicitate Professor D.R. Karnore, Consultant Director, DYPIMS. Dr. Kuldeep Charak, sir, to felicitate Dr. J.G. Patil, Head Corporate Relations, DYPIMS. Mrs. Supriya Chavan Patil, Trustee, DYPIMS, to felicitate Dr. Kirti Dharwadkar from SB Patil Management Institute. I also request you, ma'am, to please felicitate Dr. Meghna Bilare from DYPIMR. Ma'am, I also request you to please felicitate Dr. R.J. Patil from Navsayadri, Principal of Navsayadri. It's written here. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Shweta Patil, ma'am, to please come forward and felicitate Dr. Anand Dadas from Wadia Institute. How do you feel right now? How do you feel right now? Thank you. I also request you, ma'am, to please felicitate Dr. Bharat Kasar from Camp Education Institute. Thank you. I also request you, ma'am, to please felicitate Dr. Seema Jagde from HMCT College. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Kuldeep Charak sir to felicitate Dr. Bharat Chavan Patil, Executive Director, DYPIMS. Thank you, sir. We now begin with the keynote speeches. Before that, I'm extremely exuberantly elated to introduce Colonel Sunil Arvindan. Colonel Sunil, a distinguished military leader with a rich background in the Indian Army, Colonel Sunil now serves as the Executive Vice President at Yes Bank. In the military career of over 2 decades in the Indian Army, Colonel Sunil has served the length and breadth of the country, including the world.
I would have loved to regale you with my anecdotes of the interesting military. Do I qualify for talking to you on this important topic of convergence of business, technology, as well as bringing about sustainability, which is the core theme today? Well, when I joined, let me just give you a brief background. When I joined Yes Bank about 4 years back, I realized that the defense services per se were missing out on the digital revolution which was coming up in the banking. And it was already ongoing, but we in the defense services were missing it out. And we were still following many age-old practices. it's not that the services do not want to modernize or go digital, but they are bound by large number of rules and regulations, and to admit, many of them are still archaic. Also, we have standard operating procedures laid out for almost any activity you can think of. So to bring about a change, first you got to change the mindset of the people and then implement the change. And that, you all will agree, is indeed an Herculean task, but not an impossible task. So that's the space where I have had limited success in the last 4 years, wherein I have been able to bring about some transformational shift in the way the banking sector, the defense services carry out their banking by leveraging technology. So I will be talking to you on the convergence of business and in technology and how that leads to sustainability with particular reference to the banking sector. So we all have seen how the landscape of banking has evolved over the years. We had the ATMs, then we saw the net banking platforms coming in, and today we are in a stage wherein we can carry out any kind of a financial transactions, procure any kind of a financial products by using the click of a mouse or a button on your mobile sitting in the comfort of your home. So that's how the banking industry has progressed. So what we see today is an amazing convergence of technology. This is what if I say is nothing short of a transformative reshaping of the way financial institutions operate, service customers, manage risk. So what it leads to is significant advancements and new opportunities. So in the recent years, the pace of technological advancements has accelerated tremendously, driven by factors like increased customer experience, expectations and experiences, regulatory changes, collaboration with fintech startups, as well as cybersecurity. So this convergence of technology into the banking sector is also assisting in the sustainability journey. Now, some of the core areas which we see, where we see this convergence of technology already happening, or we have the potential for that in future, which it also lead to sustainability, which is the core theme for today, are like digital banking space, regulatory compliances, data analytics, customer experience, collaboration with fintech startups, cybersecurity, and so forth. I'll just dwell upon some of these important areas just for a very short duration. Firstly is the digital banking space. So banks have always been at the forefront to leverage technology to digitize the processes from customer service and support to their back-end operations. So we can see almost all the banks today have their own banking platforms, online banking platforms, mobile apps, as well as automated processes for sourcing of various financial products and services, be it the credit cards, be it the loans, or the demat and the trading accounts. You name a product, it's available to you online. So most of the banks have already adopted this practice, and there is further improvements which are keep happening every day. So now what does it leads to? It enhances the customer experiences, but for the banks, what does it lead to? It helps us to streamline our operations, which helps us to reduce cost. Reduce cost means driving up our revenue growth. So that is about what the digital banking space. Now when I come to the aspect of data analytics, now banks work on vast amount of data, basically to develop insights into customer behavior pattern, carry out market risk analysis, risk management, predictive analysis, and so forth. Now, why is it needed? So that the bank at this leadership level can make some strategic decisions, as well as provide personalized customer experiences. So we see banks harnessing the use of big data technology, data analytics tools, to entirely automate this entire process of data analytics. So we are witnessing an increased use of blockchain technology for carrying out secure transactions, making smart contracts, creating digital identities. The another space where we see this convergence happening is in the area of collaboration with fintech startups. Earlier days, these agile and innovative fintech startups were seen as a competition by the traditional banks. But as the landscape of the banking industry is changing, in the race to stay competitive, as well as to ensure agility in the entire banking system, so banks are increasingly collaborating with these fintech companies to innovate and deliver new financial products and services. So these collaborations help the bank to tap into the agility and innovation of the fintech startups, while at the same time leveraging our own resources, our infrastructure, and our regulatory expertise. So speaking about the regulatory compliances, so as the digital banking and the online transactions increase, so the regulators which are there, now their focus is shifted to completely ensuring the security and integrity of the financial system. So we see banks leveraging technology to automate their entire compliance processes, monitor transactions for suspicious activities, and enhance data security measures. Now from anti-money laundering and know your customer or the KYC requirements to data privacy regulations like the GDPR, so the banks are investing heavily in compliance technology to meet regulatory obligations, so as the same time minimize operational risks. Now talking about customer experiences. Now we see nowadays banks using, a large number of banks using AI technology in the form of, when you log in into a website of a bank, you will have a chatbot coming. So basically what is that? It is basically use of AI technology to give you, kind of assistance either for customer service or for even for procuring of financial products and services. We also use AI for fraud detection, customer service automations. So this enhances the operational efficiency of the banks and also improves customer engagement. So technology helps the banks to deliver seamless omni-channel experiences, personalized services, and real-time insights to the customers. So at one spectrum, we have the customer satisfaction and loyalty enhancing, and on the other spectrum, we have the revenue growth happening for the banks. Now, with all this digitization, technology coming in and being used in an extensive manner, there is the aspect of cyber security which we must not forget. So we are, as the banks, we've seen investing heavily in technologies like encryption, biometrics, AI-driven threat detection processes. So basically to protect our customer data as well as to mitigate the cyber threats. Now this is an ongoing process. It is not that you deployed a particular system and that's the end of it. It's an ongoing process. So as the technology develops and the new threats emerge, the banks will have to keep upgrading their cybersecurity infrastructure. So while the convergence of technology is indeed galvanizing the banking operations and taking it through a transformational process, technology also plays an important role in the sustainability process. So all this, whatever I mentioned, it adds on to the sustainability. So you will find more and more banks focusing on the sustainability by incorporating several environmental, social, and governance, that is the ESG factors, into our operations. So I take this opportunity to give you some insights on the sustainability initiatives of Yes Bank. I can talk about Yes Bank per se. Yes Bank was the first bank in India to voluntarily publish a standalone sustainability report aligned to GRI standards in way back in financial year 12-13, at a time when the thrust on ESG reporting was still at a nascent stage. In addition, Yes Bank has reached a notable milestone in its commitment to sustainability by achieving the highest ESG score amongst Indian banks in the S&P Global Corporate Sustainability Assessment 2023 with a score of 73, which is an improvement of 5 over the last financial year. Last financial year it was 68. It has now to become 73, and it is a top amongst the Indian banks on the sustainability factors. Some of the other initiatives which we have undertaken as a bank is, firstly, is to we have set a target of 0 emissions from our operations by 2030, and migrating our corporate office, which is in Mumbai, to 100% renewable energy is being the first step. We have a board level CSR and a ESG committee to strengthen our ESG governance and enhance the integration of environmental and social considerations into our business. We have developed a sustainable finance taxonomy for defining green and social activities and drive financing to sustainability aligned sectors. We continue to monitor and enhance our environmental management system with 732 of our facilities maintaining their ISO 14001-2015 certification for the 9th year in a row. We are committed to building a diverse and inclusive workforce, and the bank has undertaken a target to increase the participation of women to minimum 30% in the next 5 years. And we have also taken several initiatives to enhance employee work-life balance by implementing a work from anywhere policy and offering flexible work timings. So these are some of these major initiatives. There are a large number of initiatives. If we keep talking about it, I think I can talk on for hours together. However, keeping in mind the time stipulations, I would just like to conclude that this convergence of business and technology in the banking sector is driving unprecedented change and innovation. From digital transformation and data analytics to fintech collaborations and cyber security, technology is indeed shaping every aspect of the banking industry, presenting both challenges and opportunities. Thank you very much for your patient hearing, and it is a pleasure talking to
Assurance DYPIMS to felicitate. I also request you, ma'am, to please felicitate Dr. Ashwini Kulkarni, madam. Dr. Ashwini Kulkarni, Trustee IICMR. Thank you, ma'am. We now continue with the keynote speech. I'm profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our next keynote speaker, Mrs. Shalini Kadu, who will enlighten us on rural development and sustainability. Mrs. Shalini Kadu is a project director, District Rural Development Authority, that is DRDA. Meet this distinguished project director, DRDA from Zilla Parishad Pune, a seasoned class 1 officer selected through MPSC. With over 20 years of rich experience in rural development, she is a specialist in executing prominent projects like Jal Jeevan Mission and Jalwaraj, Poverty Elimination Program, National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, alongside infrastructure strengthening and rural administration. Notable achievements include drafting innovative schemes like Swachh Shara Sundar Shara Abhiyan, and developing the widely used Gram Lekha software and many more of such projects in the areas of education, health, and agriculture. She has documented around 17 innovative and best practices based on rural developments from various. She has played a pivotal role in strengthening the infrastructure and administration on the village level. And academically, she holds an MBA along with degrees in education and science. Let's welcome the woman of inspiration, Mrs. Shalini Kadu, Project Director, DRDA.
Good morning all. Honorable Patil sir, Charak sir, Sunil sir, Kulkarni sir, and dignitaries present in front of me, and all students. Let me first congratulate organizer to having such a conference, and the topic is also very good. This is the need of the hour. See, we all know the sustainable development goals. I think everybody knows it, no? Sustainable goals. In sustainability, what one can say, there are three spheres. Sphere of environment, another sphere is for the economic development, and another sphere could be the social development. If we consider all these three spheres, and that three sphere coming together at one point of time, and that sphere is, I think, the sustainability. Means there will be the sustainable environment also, sustainable economic development also, and the standard of living and the happiness of the human beings also. See, in India, Niti Aayog did a very commendable job. As my topic is rural sustainability, I am working for the Rural Development Department. So I will relate to first one. See, all these developmental goals are achieved when, it means in rural development capacity, when the one village will be the sustainable. So the Niti Aayog did indigenous indicators to define or to calculate the poverty, calculate the sustainability. So 9 themes that related to environment free village, means we called it as a eco village. Then environment free village means we called it as a eco village. Then sustainable village in the capacity of child development, sustainable village in the capacity of women friendly village, the water sustainable village, good governance. So all these types of themes we are implementing. I think all of you must have seen a village. A student, have you seen any village? Yes, no? With the permission of dais, I want to show one village. That is, I think it is trying to achieve the process of sustainable development goals. Can we have the clip, please? Sound.
पंचायत टिकेकरवाड़ी ने पर्यावरण को सहेजते हुए ऐसे कई काम किए हैं जो अन्य ग्राम पंचायतों के लिए एक मिसाल है। ग्राम पंचायत एवं यहाँ के लोग अपने गांव को लेकर तो जागरूक हैं ही, साथ ही साथ पर्यावरण के लिए भी सजग हैं।
हमारे गांव के ऊपर ही चलने वाले प्रोजेक्ट बनाए हैं, जिसके गांव के जो संसाधन है उसका यूज़ करके हमने 33 किलोवाट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट की। उसके साथ 55 घरों का हम गैस भी दे रहे हैं। तो इसमें हम हमारी ऊर्जा खुद बनाते हैं और खुद खर्च करते हैं।
ग्राम पंचायत टिकेकरवाड़ी ने नाबार्ड यानी नेशनल बैंक फॉर एग्रीकल्चर एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट से मिले फंड 16 लाख रुपए से गांव में पर्यावरण संरक्षण का काम शुरू किया। सौर ऊर्जा एवं पवन ऊर्जा से बिजली पैदा करने के साथ ही जैविक ऊर्जा से बिजली और गैस दोनों पैदा किए हैं। बायोगैस बनाने में इस्तेमाल कर लिया गया कचरा जैविक खाद में बदल जाता है। इसका इस्तेमाल खेतों के लिए होता है। आज गांव में 15,000 किलोवाट से भी ज्यादा की बिजली सोलर पैनल, विंडमिल यानी पवन चक्कियों एवं बायोगैस के जरिए पैदा की जाती है। इस बिजली से जहां दिन में स्कूल की कंप्यूटर लैब, मंदिर, ग्राम पंचायत ऑफिस चलते हैं, रात को स्ट्रीट लाइटों से गांव की गलियां रोशन होती हैं।
इस सोलर से हमको बहुत सा फायदा हुआ है। हमारा गैस भी बच रहा है और बिजली भी बच रही है, और हमारे बच्चे भी ठंडी के वजह से गर्म पानी से नहा रहे हैं।
पंचायत ने ग्रामीणों के सामने सोलर गीजर लगवाने पर 40% सब्सिडी देने का प्रस्ताव रखा। अनेक परिवारों ने इसके लिए उत्साह दिखाया।
मेरे गांव में एक कम्युनिटी बेस्ड बायोगैस प्रोजेक्ट है जो पूरी पंचायत की ओर से चलती है और उस कम्युनिटी गैस प्रोडक्ट से जो खाद बनती है, मतलब हमारे किसानों के लिए हमारे पंचायत ने जो सुविधा की है उसके अंदर हमें पर किसान को स्लरी मिलती है, जो स्लरी हम हमारे खेतों में यूज़ करते हैं। स्लरी का यूज़ करने से मेरा जो फसल का प्रोडक्शन है वो 40% से इंक्रीज़ हुआ है और जो मेरा कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है वो लगभग 30% से कम हो चुका है। मतलब उस वजह से मेरा जो क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्शन है वो भी अच्छा हुआ है और मेरा जो प्रोडक्ट है मतलब जो उपज आती है वो भी थोड़ा सा
ऊर्जा स्वराज विशेष पंचायत पुरस्कार महाराष्ट्र की टिकेकरवाडी ग्राम पंचायत को।
राष्ट्रपती द्रौपदी मुर्मूंच्या हस्ते ज्या गावाला पुरस्कार दिला जातोय ते गाव महाराष्ट्रातलंय, पुण्यातल्या जुन्नर तालुक्यातलं ठिकेकरवाडी।
Okay, thank you. So we are implementing these schemes. Those are related to develop human beings. Those are related to environment. See, the every gram panchayat has to prepare their own development plan. We call it as VPDP, village panchayat development plan, VPDP. For this village development plan, Government of India gives some fund. Some fund comes from 14th Finance Commission, 15th Finance Commission, and state government also gives some fund. So according to basic requirement of that village, they prepared their own plans. And while preparing their plans, they have to select at least 2 themes. Whatever I was saying, I was saying that there are 9 themes that we need to implement in field to achieve the sustainable development goals. From these 9 themes, every village has to select at least 2 themes for 1 year and plan that entire plan should be incorporated in the village development plan, that VPDP plan. There are the themes like poverty elevation. Again, I am working for the poverty elimination program. I am accountable to implement these poverty elimination programs. The MG Narega is there, then rural housing is there, livelihood mission is there. See, who is poor according to you? Who is poor? So Niti Aayog did some work on that and finalized the indigenous indicators to measure the poverty. That is called as multidimensional poverty index. So multidimensional poverty index is related to 3 things: the education of the person, health of that person, and the standard of living of that person. So standard of living is totally related to social development. See, we are having a scheme like Prime Minister Awas Yojana. We are giving houses to houseless people with some little basic amenities like toilets, then electricity, then water connection. So we are working for the betterment of that human being to achieve the minimum standard of level he or she should have. See, the multi livelihood mission. In Maharashtra, we call it as MSRLM, Maharashtra State Rural Livelihood Mission. The acronym is for this, the UMED, Ray of Hope. It is basically only for the woman. See, woman, we are, in a village, you must be now resonate that woman, that lady, she is living in village area, with this such a male-dominated society. Now, with the help of this mission, all these women are coming forward. They are stepping out of their home. They are coming in a public gathering. They are speaking. They are doing some businesses. Businesses like they are making some papad, they are making achar, they are making good articles, they are making beautiful handicrafts, some farm produce they are adding some value addition on that, and they are selling in the market. With the help of our social network, they are reaching to the Pune people. They are very privileged. They have this market like Pune and Mumbai nearby. So they are selling their own product and accepting the payment through UPI. Sunil sir maybe agree with me. Now this woman lady, she is doing the business with the help of this UPI. She is accepting the orders on WhatsApp and she is receiving the payments through this UPI. Let me give some examples. One Didi, she is from Shivri village of Purandar block. She is selling pickle, mango pickle. She is selling 500 kgs mango pickle every month. Every month. It is not a small job. That means one firm is taking from this Didi, and she is selling every month 500 kg pickle. Another group of women from Bhor block, that Kopi village, they are none of them is 10th pass lady. Actually, all these women means self-help group. They are of different age groups. They are coming together. They are discussing their problems, their issues. So such SHGs, I proudly say that in Pune district, I have 27,000 plus SHGs working under this MSRLM. So one group from this Bhor Kopi block, they are not well educated. No one is engineer there, but they are making LED bulbs. They are using soldering iron very seamlessly. So they are very much confident. Many times I resonate with them, and I am very confident that one day will come. One day will come that all means whatever the issue we are raising here for the gender equality, for the betterment of our future, for the betterment of future of women, for the betterment of their future generation, future child, the day will come, we will be the sustainable village. We will be the sustainable country. See, friends, we have this all these schemes. The job is not so easy to remove the poverty from the society. It is not very easy task. But let me tell you, it is not impossible task too. See, these women, they are coming forwards. They are making their SHGs. Last year we distributed loan to all these 27,000 women, loan with different banks. That the amount was 317 crores. See, the loan is available to that poor lady without collateral, means collateral free loan, and even very less interest rate. Rate of interest is very low. So last year we distributed 317 crores among these SHGs. This year also we have distributed up to 300 crores up to last January 2024 up to last month. See, the bankers, Sunil sir will agree with me on this point also, that bankers are ready to give the loans to this my poor SHG woman. Why? My NPA is very low, sir. My NPA is, you must be knowing what is NPA. NPA is very low. They are keeping their money revolving, and they are repaying the whatever they have taken from the bank. So bank have faith on these SHGs. Now these SHG women, they are coming forward. They are not related to their only family. They are running businesses. They are taking risk. Yeah, for any business, one must have to take risk first, no? So they are taking risk. They are doing small businesses. The volume may be the cost of project, the value may be the less, but the numbers, the unit are very large in numbers. So they are boosting the rural economy. See, now these ladies are coming forward and they are coming in politics also. They have taken a risk to start some business. Now they are taking challenge to participate in politics. Some are become a sarpanch. You have seen one sarpanch here. Some are sarpanch. They are coming forward. These are the poor ladies. They gain expertise. They gain confidence from this self-help group movement. And now some ladies, some sarpanch or female sarpanch, they are taking oaths to make their own village sustainable, to make their own village eco-friendly, to make their village child-friendly, woman-friendly, or sustainable in the all respect of rural sustainable development goals. So all these ladies, they are coming, they are making some opinion. Now with the profit, whatever they gain from their businesses, they gain one respect in their own family, in respect in the society, in respect in their community. With a small profit they have, but now there is a respect to their voice also. They are bargaining, they are speaking, they are framing their issues of villages related to women. Now they are making some policies. They are participating in Gram Sabha. There are women Gram Sabhas also. So all these ladies, they are coming forward. They are fighting for their own rights. They are doing, I think, little bit best than what means male can do, because they are helping to not only family, they are helping to their village. Now working along with this aspect, the village are becoming sustainable villages. Now our turn. Now it is a time to help them. It is a time to motivate them more. It is time to give some hand-holding to them. Sir, I must request Kulkarni sir or even Patil sir, some student can take one project along with me and take part in this the process of development. Lastly, I just want to say all these women, all these poor people or farmers, they are working hard. We should also work in tandem with them to facilitate some whatever the research we have, whatever the knowledge we have from the other parts of the country, we should reach out to them and give some suggestions to them. And for that, I need your request, and that's why, sir, I accepted your invitation, and Mr. Mahesh Loar sir also spoke to me, and he said that you must come here. So I came here with little bit my need in my mind. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, see, as I already told that there are 27,000 SHG. They are making some handicrafts. They are preparing food, millet products, then ready to cook products, papad, pickles, then handbags, and many, and again they have some farm produce in them, and even some are working on poultry, some are working on this livestock also. They are rearing some livestock also. All these product, they need market. Kulkarni sir rightly pointed out, all these, they are making some products, but the market is available in Pune, not in their village. So we have to bridge this gap from village to city. So we have connectivity, there is no problem in Pune, but still that woman lady have to come to city and sell their product in the urban area. So for that, college student can help to make association, make some small project, how to approach bank, actually bank wants some project proposal, technical terms. In technical terms, we are lagging behind that. We don't have that much potential to train all these women across the society. Though we are training, but we need much more hand holding to them. Actually, this with Pune University, we did one MOU too. See, Gosavi sir and we are working for one project that we called as, means there are some clusters. So for each cluster, we are defining one product. There is one scheme of Government of India, one district, one product. On the same line, we are working one cluster, one product. So we are making clusters of one product. Means those are making masala. So many women are preparing masala, and the market will be easy to all of them. Again, we have some shops. We called it as a Punyashri shop. Punyashri means in Kerala there is the movement of MSRLM, there's Rural Livelihood Mission. They called it as a Kudumbashri. Kudumbashri means the Kudumbachi Pramukh. Likewise, in Pune, Punyashri, Kutumbachi Pramukh. She is helping her family. So the Punyashri market we have built. I again proudly say that in Pune district, it's like Big One, Ozar, we have this market of Punyashri market. It is a little bit small mall. We can get all SHG products over there. See, lastly, all these SHG women, all these poor people, they are doing their work. They are giving their 100% to achieve the sustainable goals. So we should also help them. We should also help them to make more sustainable villages, more sustainable blocks, entire sustainable block, the entire sustainable district, and sustainable cities, and sustainable state and sustainable country. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am emphasized on empowering rural communities with sustainable practices, which is not only an investment in the future, but also in the resilience of our planet. Thank you, ma'am, to kindle the fire of change in the young minds by your precious words of wisdom. Rural development is about strengthening the backbone of our rural economy and the fabric of our society. It's about leveraging the strengths and resources of communities to achieve shared goals, thanks to the government initiatives to build infra, to educate the rural society, and by empowering the women of the rural areas. Thank you also, ma'am, to give us an opportunity to take up a project under your guidance. Thank you. I now invite Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, Director IICMR, Co-Partner International Conference, Co-Chairman International Conference, to felicitate the keynote speaker, Dr. Yogesh Joshi, former officiating Vice Chancellor, Sardar Patel University, Gujarat. Thank you, sir. I now request Chairman International Conference Dr. Kuldeep Charak sir to felicitate Co-Chairman Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, IICMR Pune. एक बार चेक कर लो मैम, नहीं तो बाद में करेंगे. हाँ. Thank you, sir. The next distinguished to honor us with his presence is Dr. Yogesh Joshi, former officiating Vice Chancellor, Sardar Patel University, Gujarat, a distinguished academician and a stalwart in the field of management and economics. With over 35 years of research experience, he has contributed significantly to the academic realm. Throughout his illustrious career, Dr. Joshi has served as a Dean and Head of Faculty of Management and even as an officiating Vice Chancellor at Sardar Patel University. Notably, he has authored 7 books and published over 110 research papers in reputed journals. He has spearheaded numerous major research projects which are funded by esteemed organizations such as UNDP, UGC and Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India. He has served in various committees as an expert member like UGC, AICT, MORD, Government of India, Government of Gujarat and in various public and private universities. Please join me in welcoming him warmly. Sir will give his valuable insights on the topic education and sustainability.
नमस्कार प्रणाम to सभी को everyone who is present in the auditorium and from bottom of my heart मैं तहे दिल से DY Patil's प्रतिष्ठान DY Patil Institute of Management Studies and Institute of Industrial and Computer Management Research उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ और प्रणाम करता हूँ मुझे यहाँ पे आमंत्रित करने के लिए. मेरा सौभाग्य है कि मैं it is my privilege and I am lucky to be here at this institute और पुणे के जो प्रसिद्ध भूमि है और उसके यहाँ पे मुझे आने का बहुत हर्ष है. और I'll English में बोलूँ या हिंदी में चलेगा? English is fine, okay. So yeah. So thanks for giving me this topic on education and sustainability. Looking to the limited time, I will straight away because we teach as a teacher now we forget how much time we are speaking. So, but please remind me so I'll finish it in time. We are normally talking to students, so we keep making lot of stories about ourselves, and if you same topic you want to teach us for 3 hours, we'll teach it, will not complete it. We'll save. Being from economics, I want to save for tomorrow, so you have to prepare a little less for tomorrow in the class. So so the sustainability we have been talking, and it is not a new thing. Jab se right from the family, the sustainability question arises. We say that we have to spend according to our income. Okay, so that is a part of sustainability. Otherwise, we will be incurring a lot of debt and it will be difficult to repay. So you have to keep your lifestyle in such a manner that we are able to sustain within our resources. So that if we connect with the global resources which are available and the population which we have to cater to, not only present generation but also future generations. That is what we have been talking about. I was also fortunate to discuss the same. I had organized one panel in the year 2006 in European Association for Management of South Asia, Asian Studies, their forum. It was fulfilling Millennium Development Goals in South Asia in the year 2006, and now we are talking of fulfilling the Sustainable Development Goals. And there is a difference between animals and human beings, okay? And this difference is that animals change themselves to suit environment. And on the contrary, this is, I don't believe, but it is said by somebody that human beings are the ones who are changing the environment for themselves. So that is where we have to be very careful. And education, shiksha, जिसको हम कहते हैं, तो that is, individual is, the moment we are getting birth, we are imbibing whatever are our surroundings. Even if a toddler is there, earlier I am remembering the child at the time of birth, they were not opening their eyes, but these days they, at the time of birth, they are opening their eyes. So they are observing. So that is our shiksha. And by observation, by practicing, by looking at the others' behavior, we are doing it. Now for underdeveloped countries like us, we always try to copy developed countries. And developed countries say that, no, we have already learned the hard way. They have spoiled the environment first and then they are talking of, then they are giving shiksha to others that, no, this is the wrong way to do it. Now you have to do it in a proper manner. But if we look at the Indian philosophy of Vasudev Kutumbakam, then we have to realize that our resources are limited. And thankfully, the topic is Asia and Africa Development International Conference where we are gathered today. These are the two continents, or these are the two regions of the world which are resource rich. And although their people are not at par with so-called developed nations. So education is the tool by which we mold young minds and our minds. I am also a student, and till one's life, till we die, we have to learn each and every day, every moment. The cell phone and digital technology, etc. These are the good examples where from the nursery school children we are learning how to operate these gadgets. So education is the tool by which we mold minds and develop generations to live in a sustainable manner. And education starts not when we take the admission in the primary school or in the nursery school, but it starts, as I said, right when we open our eyes. And it is true for every living being. Animals also they also adapt and they also control and evolve their behavior to suit their, say for example, these in India now express highways are being constructed. So the dogs are crossing, or the cows are crossing the road, so they are also learning what is happening. So it is, and human beings are supposed to be the best of these. Now very recently our Honorable Prime Minister, he said about 5 pran, okay, 5 resolutions which we have to. One is we should be proud of our legacy. Naturally, why anybody we should say proud of legacy does not mean that we are proud of the legacy of India, or it should start from your home. Okay, we have to respect our parents, we have to respect our elders, we have to respect what economic activity they are doing. We are sitting wearing tie and jackets here, but it is I say my students of MBA, I am working at Anand in Gujarat, which is the Amul and milk city, milk capital of India, that if a manager is not performing sincerely, then he will kill the economy. We can learn from these, the artisans who have manufactured these gadgets, these chairs and carpentry work they are doing, and so they, without any formal education, the precision with which they work, is commendable, and we should learn from them. So we should be proud of our legacy. Second prana is strength of unity. Naturally, unity not only among our family members, but also among all the countries, United Nations countries. Unfortunately, what we see around is there are some countries fighting with one another. But strength of unity is which has been taught to us in the primary school. Panchatantra ki kahaniyon mein also it is mentioned. You must be remembering that a single stick can be broken, but the bundle of sticks cannot be broken easily. Then fulfilling duty as a citizen is the education. There is no need for teaching these things in the classroom, but duty as a citizen and with honesty. So this is, in our constitution, talks about the freedom, fundamental rights. Fundamental rights, they come with lot of, they provide you freedom, but it is freedom is with responsibility one has to do. Then so living in present, removing the colonial mindset. What is history is history. Even Sachin Tendulkar, when he is batting, last match if he scored century, he has to focus today and he has to face the challenge. So that is what we have to do our best and withstand whatever pressures, etc. are there. Naturally, WTO kind of organizations are there which say that you have to have free trade, and that is what will lead to the maximum benefit of the population, of all the population of the world. But in the theory of comparative advantage, whoever is efficient will benefit. It is overall you are benefiting, but the benefit of the efficient ones will be at the cost of less efficient ones. That is why we need to be aware of what we are doing, how we are doing, and for what we are doing. So that is another pran which has been mentioned by Prime Minister. We feel very sorry when after 75, or why independent, every individual knows Swachh Bharat, suppose, or Swachh Globe. Now if we forget about Swachhata ourselves, then nobody can teach us. So this is a basic instinct which comes. I give example, during the rainy season in our part of India, the cows and dogs, when they are sitting on the road, they will clean the road and then they will be sitting. Okay, so they will not sit in the way many of the human beings are. So therefore, balancing the inequalities, removing inequalities, that becomes important, and that is why we are talking of sustainable development. There are sustainable development goals and education. So education, what I am saying is starting from the very beginning, and if we look at the sustainable development goals, then SDG 4 talks about the education, removing inequality, and same thing is mentioned about our new education policy also. India is a large country with huge population, and we know we are lucky to be sitting in this kind of environment, and we should be thankful to our leaders like the DY Patil Sahab and his legacy, everyone who is carrying forward his legacy, that they are giving us so much of facility and good environment and library, and giving hand-holding everyone to read and become better citizens. So NEP also talks about equality in education, expansion of education, and lifelong learning. If we don't learn continuously, then there is a saying that somebody died at the age of 60, but buried at the age of 80. So that should not happen. Now, all these factors for global community, or for our samaj, or our locality, or our society, or our neighborhood, it can be maximized with collaborations. So there are, as I said, Africa and Asia continents are the ones where resources are there. In our economics textbook, it is, I remember very much that it is mentioned that India is a rich country inhabited by poor people. Resource-wise, we are very rich. So we need to understand what are the resources which we are having, and then adopt whatever best. We should apply our own logic, and so it is not, there are many things which are not taught in the classroom. So for example, somebody who is smart, we say street smart. Similarly, when we talk of the spirit in which we have to deal in our day-to-day activities, then it is considered as a sportsman spirit. Okay, I myself played a lot of sports during my school days. I was fortunate to get facilities at that time, and I represented my cricket university team as well, and I visited Aurangabad that time in 1981. So these facilities which are now provided to many good institutions, or in the villages also, government is talking of Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana or Shama Prasad Mukherjee Urban Mission, where in villages such facilities are provided. And Maharashtra and Pune, they are the proud land of Maharaja Shivaji, and I know many. I myself studied in Kendriya Vidyalaya, and I know there are many individuals from Maharashtra who are fighting for the country, and that is from where we should learn how to remain educated and remain sustainable at the same time. Look at the Faujis who are staying at the border in very difficult conditions, and what they are doing. Are they complaining that we are standing for 4 hours, 5 hours, or what are the facilities we have? So they are, without any question, without any grudge, they are proudly standing there and they are talking to us. So we should learn such lessons from such great people which are existing not only in our country but across the globe. So therefore, the Africa and Asia, they have 7% out of 10% of the global population, and therefore what is education and sustainability is that we should try and take care of all the stakeholders. So there are, if somebody, I got an opportunity to work in Rajasthan and Gujarat in many villages and gram panchayats we visited as a result of some of the good research projects which we got from Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, or I was responsible for preparation of District Human Development Report of the UNDP in some of the backward districts of Gujarat as well. And so these, when we go there in India and definitely in Maharashtra as well, or in every state you have, or every country of the world, you have, in India if I talk about, then what we have is their second, third, fourth standard. Same classroom, one teacher at a time is teaching, and there may not be table and chair for sitting. So that is where we should be. Government is saying that, or the institutions which are saying adopting a village and inculcating those. But the contrast what we see in villages or in our country also, or in urban areas as well, is that school is very neat and clean. A particular hospital, primary health center is very neat and clean. But the moment we move out of that, it is very, very dirty. Plastic is everywhere. Unnecessarily we are using the plastic without any reason. I am surprised at times when Locky, what is that? Bottle god. Locky ना उसको भी प्लास्टिक की थैली आधी बाहर रहती आधी अंदर रहती, फिर भी प्लास्टिक की थैली में देते हैं और हम लेते हैं. So these are new things which are happening. So we have to somewhere apply our common sense and start. It is in India also we have a lot of laws and regulations are there, but implementation of the laws is where it is the onus is on the citizens and the individuals. Okay, so stakeholders. Every stakeholder has to be incorporated. So if we are having good facilities, amenities at this institute, then there are many others in our country where in villages they are not getting even proper facilities. Library is not there, teacher itself is not there, furniture and amenities are not there, and that is what we should be focusing on. So as such, we shape our minds and our environment for a better tomorrow, and for not only ourselves but also for our generations to come. So that should be our motive, and that is how we should progress forward and future. Dhanyavad pranam.
A sincere thanks to you, sir. Educate today and sustain tomorrow. Thank you, sir, for sharing your profound knowledge with us. Your session was full of zeal and valuable information. You highlighted some ground realities of challenges in implementing these sustainable practices. Optimum utilization of resources while not compromising the quality for the future generation should be taken care of. Sustainability is more about making things simple, convenient, fulfilling for every individual on this planet, thus displaying unity, non-discrimination, equality, and equity. And this, my friends, is a responsibility of not just the government or the corporate, but each one of us. Thank you once again, sir. Now we move to the felicitation program once again. I invite Dr. Kuldeep Charak, sir, Director DYPIMS, to felicitate Dr. Nitin Zaure from Rajiv Gandhi Business School. Sir, I also request you, sir, to please felicitate Dr. Shivaji Munde from IIMS Chinchwad. And there's a special event today. It's a special day. Let's wish him a very happy birthday to Dr. Shivaji Munde. Happy birthday to you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I now invite Dr. J.G. Patil, Head Corporate Relations, DYPIMS, to share his words of wisdom on today's theme.
Respected dais, respected trustees of the institutions, and my dear students, and of course the enlightened people who are sitting here from the different institutions. I just give you briefly the information about the D.Y. Patil Pratishthan, which is mainly located in Kolhapur, and we have number of campuses in Pune and Mumbai. This campus has got number of institutions except the medical college. All the institutions are here, and our DYPIMS is one of the institutions of the Dr. D.Y. Patil Pratishthan, which is doing excellent work in the field of educating the management students. We have a very highly educated and experienced person like Dr. Charak, who is heading the institution here, and we have a good success as far as the institution's background is concerned. I talk about the sustainability. I speak sustainability from the point of view of macroeconomics. I don't talk of microeconomics. The microeconomics is the one which we talk about the activities carried out at the grassroots level, as Mrs. Kadu has explained. The sustainability for the big institutions and big activity is the job of the government. But the sustainability for the small villages, as she has explained, is the job of the local people there, job of the local government, and of course the society at large. You must be knowing, all of you students, that corporate social responsibility, CSR, is very prominent as far as this country is concerned. The government has established a rule saying that certain portion of your profit must go to corporate social responsibility. What is corporate social responsibility? That you must spend certain amount of your profit to the society for upbringing the society to the expected level. Sustainable development in the society, as Mrs. Kadu has explained. I'll give you some example of what I've been experienced in last so many decades. I was fortunate to work with Honorable Mohan Dharyaji, who was the former Union Minister of the Government of India, and he has an organization called as Vanarai. The job of Vanarai is to make small bunds in small villages. The small village has got no water supply. The well is only water supply, which mainly used for drinking. What about the agriculture, and what about the basically the use of water for other activities? So what he has done is, he has collected people together. He could find some shallow area where the water can be accumulated. He has put bund on that shallow area by putting some bags which filled with sand and bags filled with other material, a waterproof material, and those bags are kept above the one another, and the entire bund is prepared, okay? And then the water is storage inside, and then the surrounding area has got a percolated water, and the agriculture grows. So this is what the sustainability comes in, basically. The another example is nowadays there's a trend, which goes on for the Athode Bazaar. Are you aware of Athode Bazaar? The Athode Bazaar is a very good concept which has come up. The village lady or village man is producing something in his small town. He has no vent, he has no outlet to bring that product into the market, okay? And this is where the country like India is basically lacking in. So the supply chain management for this country is most invited. Let me tell you, whatever the small man produces in that city or in that village has to come to a consumer ultimately, which is not taking place. And that's how the sustainability is a main problem for the villages in India. Because somebody produces papad, as she said, somebody produces achar and so many other things. They produce and they try to sell to some vendor, okay? And the vendor makes money out of that, and then next time he doesn't come up, and whatever the lady has produced for the second batch goes west. So there is no sustainability. I'll tell you a very interesting example of our school called Vidyanand Bhavan High School, which is one of the high school which we run here. And we have a boy called Shreyash Udgi. The boy has gone through about 2,000 competition, 2,000 people competition in whole of India. And it was a debate competition. He went through all the processes at state level and at the central level, and he stood first in the entire country, India, for giving information on millet. You know millet, very interesting, and he was felicitated by us, and he was felicitated by the government of Maharashtra also. But what is millet? Basically, it's a jawar or bajri, whatever you call it. Any crop which comes out with a low water supply. This country needs a low water supply products. We don't need something to do with the sugarcane or high water contained products. We need is the product which requires very low water, because the water is scarce in this country. Storage of water is also a problem, and transport of water is also a problem here from one place to another place. We have no water pipe connections. So such things are very, very important, and I think we must try to find out how the supply chain management can be done. Here, the most important thing is the small business, the village business needs the support. Village business needs attention of the government, and the big business, of course, is doing on his own. Okay. Most important thing is we have an organization in our institutions called NSS, that is National Service Scheme. As suggested by many people, the NSS can do a wonderful job as far as the development of the villages are concerned. We are sending students to a village to learn what is village life. They go to the village, they enjoy the village life, or they see the village life, they see the poverty there, they see what are the difficulties faced by those people. But further we should go ahead with making a research on this issue. Okay? When we go to a particular village, we should be able to find out what are their needs. As Professor Joshi Sahib has already explained, what are their needs we must be in a position to find out. And we must be in a position to give some solutions to that. Okay? If we do this, perhaps the management institutions and other institutions can do a wonderful job as far as the research and sustainability in villages is concerned. Friends, I have many things to talk, but sometime we have some constraint of time, and most important thing is what we can do as sustainability is concerned has been already explained by many elite speakers before me, and I'm sure that we'll be in a position to make a big breakthrough as far as this conference is concerned, and this conference will come out with some charter of you call it, what are the different things to be noted and to be implemented. Yes, that's what we are planning to, and I think our Professor Charak has done a wonderful job in organizing this conference, and this is a need of the hour today, and I'm sure that all of us will take this issue very seriously and try to contribute, because each one of you is going to go to the industry, and the industry has corporate social responsibility, and you also have social responsibility. I remember the word used by Mohan Daria ji that 10% of your income must go to a social activity. Whatever you earn, 10%, if you earn 1 rupee, 10 paisa must go to a social activity. Wherever you do it, whatever you do it. Very simple example. The coconut, there are scales on the coconut. What we do with that coconut here, we throw it out. Okay? When I was in Dallas, in the Austin, Texas, Austin, in USA, I met a person who had a Rolls-Royce car. I was surprised to know Indian man coming from Tamil Nadu, and he has a Rolls-Royce car in his garage. I asked him, what you do? He says, I am importing these coconut tops from India in a container. I am mixing them with some binding material, and I am making small pots, tree pots out of that. What is the reason? That material absorbs the water, keeps the water inside, okay, for 15 to 20 days, and you don't have to do a watering to the plant for 20 days. Just imagine. I was surprised to note this, that why we Indians, in our country we couldn't do this. That man has done this there. He's importing container of loads from Kerala and other places, and he's doing this business and he's minting money. So, such small innovative ideas if you have, perhaps the entire material which is available here, nothing is waste here, entire material which is available here can be utilized for a betterment of this society. This is what I have to transpire. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. J.G. Patil, Head Corporate Relations, DYPIMS, to bring in some live examples pertaining to sustainable initiatives. We humbly thank you, sir, for sharing great insights on what needs to be done in order to develop sustainably as an individual, as a city, as a village, as a state, and ultimately as a country. Sir also emphasized the students on exploring various research areas to empower these kinds of sustainable initiatives. Sir also beautifully concluded with an excellent example of innovative sustainable practices adopted by us Indians, thus depicting the 3 R's of sustainability: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Moving on with the further felicitations, I now request Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, Co-Chairman of International Conference, to please felicitate Mr. Shivaji Ghode. Sir, Chairman of International Conference, to please felicitate Dr. Prashant from Akole Institute. I now request our co-chairman, Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, to please say a few words on the theme.
Thank you, Meenal. Good afternoon, one and all. Good afternoon, everyone. In the capacity of this conference co-chair on sustainable smart tech business across global economies, I think it is very essential and aptly said by all the dignitaries on the dais. As an academician, as a co-chair, I wanted all the researchers who are present here to focus our attention. What are the things that we are going to do? Because people will speak, like Kadu madam had talked about, the global village with eco-village. I think management students can digest this concept. And really speaking, India Bharat mein rehta hai. If you see the community, the population which is there in the village, why they should come to Mumbai, Pune, Nashik? Actually, they should stay in a place like our Vice Chancellor was telling, that we need to really establish villages so that we can strengthen India and Bharat in total, and then Vikasit Bharat 2047 will come in the true sense. I am very happy, Kadu madam, that you address and you are really working, when I was talking to her, that this is what the area where educated people and community should put their brain into rather than going to US and outside countries. Because when we talk about increasing our gross enrollment ratio, that increased GER should contribute to GDP solidly. So, I wanted to address the management students who are going to undergo the summer internship and their career in corporate, because I have got 22 years of industrial experience, and with industries are also not doing SDG 17 goals, because this conference was conducted at our institute IISCMR 1 year back. The industry people were saying this topic is very new, even very few case studies are there with us. They were doing in terms of quality enhancement, TPM, TQM, Six Sigma way. But it was only addressing the profit part of their business. And when myself and Dr. Charak came together for the collaboration of this SDG 17 sustainable smart tech business, the intention is very clear that the future generation which is sitting here should address the goal of people, process, planet, and then profit. As I said, profit is important, for that only the business can sustain. But how this will happen? This will happen only with people like you.
And this particular conference is meant for addressing the search, research, relook, rethink for what Dr. Patil sir was talking about, recycle, reuse. I add R is reject. I think that these plastic bottles need to be rejected if they are single-use plastic. We can use thermos. In IICMR, our institute, I kept thermos. Corporate people were not ready to drink. Then I said, they are RO water filled with that you can use it, otherwise don't use it. This is what we have to start actually, to reject single-use plastic, number one. So this is what in these 2 days conference, we need to address 3 important segments for which the programs are already ready. But the most important part, society awareness, is the first important part. The second is environment, and the third one is governance. When we are talking about, ma'am, you are working on the government level, but rules and regulations are made. But what about the implementation part? If you see in every day in, day out, the students who are sitting here, they will be referring Pune Mirror or Times of India or Sakal or Marathi paper, whatever. You can see Indrayani Nadi फेसाळलेली आहे. पवना नगरमध्ये पवना नदी water hyacinths आहेत. I think who is responsible for that? Industries are responsible for that, but we need to do awareness. I think the research work, the research papers who are going to come for these areas in terms of people awareness, process enhancement, planet preservation of water conservation, energy conservation, and of course the most important is the profitability for which all businesses are growing. So I appeal all research students who are going to present, please present your ideas in terms of skeleton, which can be put into the white paper, which will be submitted to University of Pune. As Dr. Gosavi rightly pointed out, he is expecting solid results in terms of structural skeleton form where systems can be developed to preserve nature and environment. Then I think we will be in a position to say that our conference is successful. So I appeal all the students who are going to listen to this conference, apart from the presentations done by the researcher, is to put down and jot down your points. Because in the semester next to come, entrepreneurship development, which I was talking about Kadu madam, that yes, the projects can be taken by the MBA students for market research and marketing research for the products done by the villagers. As 500 kg pickle banana itna easy nahi hai in gaon mein. We can use machineries, but to sell it. So again, the finance involved. So I was just telling ma'am that we can also have financial stability and financial planning to be done by the finance students of management. So I think we will catch hold of you, ma'am. You can give the projects to our students so that they will really understand the nitty-gritty challenges and how they will overcome the challenges can come in their suggestions. Then our conference will be more fruitful. That is what I wanted to say. So friends, quality doesn't end with the spelling Quality. It works with quality of thinking. And if we are in a position to explore the quality of thinking, to look at people, planet and profit with process enhancement, then we will definitely see that we have explored the thought process, not only by design thinking, lateral thinking, but use out-of-box thinking to reach the challenges so that we all will improve our standard of living in terms of the planet which is required as healthy. निकोप, निरामय आणि शुद्ध जीवन जगायचं असेल, पुढच्या समाजाला, पुढच्या पिढीला जर उत्कृष्ट पर्यावरण देऊ शकलो, हे जर या 2 दिवसाच्या कॉन्फरन्समधनं आपण ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग केलं, चिंतन केलं, मनन केलं, तर खरी फलश्रुती या कॉन्फरन्सची मिळेल. मी ज्या रिसर्च पेपर्स प्रेझेंट करणार आहेत त्यांना शुभेच्छा देतो. जे स्टुडंट्स ऐकणार आहेत त्यांनी नोट डाऊन करून कुठल्या आयडियाज कुठे रेप्लिकेट करता येतील हे जॉट डाऊन करा आणि चांगले प्रोजेक्ट्स करा, जेणेकरून पुढच्या पिढीला आणि आजचा आपल्याला खूप निकोप निरामय जीवन जगता येईल. सगळ्यांना आलेल्या पाहुण्यांना मनपूर्वक धन्यवाद. पुणे विद्यापीठ जनरली म्हणतं की मराठीत आपल्या मातृभाषेत म्हणावं, म्हणून मी 2 शब्द बोललो आहे ॲडिशनल, पण सर्व पाहुण्यांचे पुन्हा एकदा स्वागत करून धन्यवाद देतो. रिसर्च पेपर्स प्रेझेंट करणाऱ्यांना शुभेच्छा देतो आणि जे ऐकणार आहेत त्यांना चांगलं ऐकावं आणि सिन्सिअरली कॉन्फरन्स अटेंड करावी अशा शुभेच्छा देऊन माझे 2 शब्द संपवतो. धन्यवाद. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.
Thank you, Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, sir. Researchers and students were appealed to look forward exploring new projects that can touch the lives of people, can help shape their lives, thus creating awareness and education in the society through their research insights. Thank you, Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, sir, to give a holistic view and highlight the solidifying sustainable practices which were discussed here in the inaugural session. Sir rightly advised students to push the agenda of achieving sustainable goals in their own capacity, in their own surroundings, and in their own unique ways. Celebrations at any temple of learning is a joyous occasion, and this time the reason for joy is the international conference which has been organized by DYPIMS and IICMR. This platform has enabled bringing together leading academicians, business managers, PhD research scholars, students from university across India, entrepreneurs, and the industry executives to exchange and share their experiences, new ideas, and research results. We'll have more coming up in the upcoming sessions. We've had such an inclusive inaugural session, and to conclude this inaugural ceremony, I call upon Dr. Avinash Pawar, Associate Professor DYPIMS, to propose a vote of thanks.
Before we move on, let's felicitate Dr. Sachin Borgave. I request Director Sir to please felicitate Dr. Sachin Borgave. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of D.Y. Patil Institute of Management Studies, it is my privilege and honor to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to all the stakeholders who have contributed to the resounding success of 7th Asia-Africa Development Conference Summit and Awards 2024. First and foremost, my deepest gratitude goes to our distinguished keynote speakers, esteemed guests, and all the delegates on the dais and off the dais. All your insights, expertise, and thought-provoking discussions have enriched our understanding about the intricate association between business, management, technology, and sustainability, paving the way for innovative solutions to contemporary challenges in the world. We extend our appreciation to academic community for invaluable contributions through research papers, presentations, and deliberations. These scholarly endeavors are expanding the frontiers of knowledge and inspired new avenues for exploration in the fields of business, management, and sustainability. We are immensely grateful to all our sponsors and partners whose unwavering support and commitment have been instrumental in bringing this conference to the fruition. Your generosity has enabled us to create a platform for dialogue, collaboration, and knowledge exchange, fostering meaningful connections within the business community. Last but not the least, our sincere thanks to all the faculty members, students, and committee members, those who have contributed their time, expertise, and resources to make this conference a profound success. Special thanks to our Executive Director, Dr. Bharat Chavan Patil sir, and Director, Dr. Kuldeep Charak sir, for wholehearted support and complete encouragement for this conference. As we conclude this enriching gathering, let us carry forward the spirit of collaboration, innovation, and sustainability in all our endeavors. Let us together continue and strive towards building more resilient, equitable, and sustainable future for generations to come. Once again, on behalf of D.Y. Patil Institute of Management Studies, thank you to all the participants and contributions. We look forward to seeing you in all our future activities. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Avinash. Now we break for lunch and we'll resume here sharp at around 1:45 for the next panel discussion. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you all for being here today for the 7th Asia-Africa Development International Conference, Summit and Awards on Sustainable Smart Tech Business Across Global Economies. I request everybody to please settle down fast. We are about to start with the panel discussion. Delving into the discussions on business model of innovation, technology and sustainability, the conference aims to provide a unified theoretical and practical perspective. By bringing together experts and thought leaders, we aspire to catalyze dialogues that lead to better organizational strategies and practices, fostering a business environment that is not only efficient but also environmentally conscious. We are pleased to have amongst us some corporate stalwarts who shall be speaking on various perspectives on the conference theme and share their valuable insights through the panel discussion on the topic, the role of technology in sustainable peace and development across continents. So fasten your seatbelt and sit tight to hear from them the new insights. Before we begin, let me introduce you all to the panelists and the moderator. Starting with the moderator, Dr. Manisha Kulkarni, who is an HOD in IICMR Nigdi, a law graduate with PG in Personnel Management, PhD in Organization Management, a philanthropic by heart. Her vision is to transform the life of people through counseling, coaching, and training. Ma'am is an NLP trainer, career counselor, and a coach. Ma'am has received an award, Shiksha Gaurav Puraskar, and National Eminent Educator Award 2020. I request Dr. Manisha Kulkarni ma'am to please come and take her respective seat on the dais. Moving on, our next panelist member is Dr. Pradeep Ambavne, a highly qualified professional with a PhD in Marketing Management and multiple MBA degrees and a BE in Computer Science from SPPU. With around 15 years of experience in the IT industry, he has excelled as a business analyst at M4 Services India and an assistant system analyst at Maharashtra State Electricity Transmission Company Limited. He has published 6 research papers at esteemed venues like Springer and IEEE and has completed 54 certifications, conferences, FDPs and webinars in the areas as machine learning, AI, data science, and management. I request Dr. Pradeep Ambavne to come on stage and take his respective days. Next we have with us is Mr. Jigar Undavia, Director of Transformations APAC at Bakam Laboratories, with over 23 years of experience in diverse industries such as auto components, chemical, steel, power, and cement manufacturing in India. A postgraduate certificate in Human Resource Management from XLRI Jamshedpur. Sir is currently pursuing a PhD from DYPIMS. Recognized as a high potential employee, he has received accolades such as Excellent Employee Award from Yafeng APAC in 2013 and the HR Leader Award in the Pune region in 2019. I request Mr. Jigar Undavia to take his respective seat on the dais. We also have with us Mr. Mahesh Lohar, an organizational consciousness leadership coach and skilled mind and life coach with a wealth of experience spanning around 25 years. His academic journey, Consciousness, includes a diverse array of professional qualifications, including mind and life coaching, consciousness coaching, and expertise in dermatography, meditation techniques, NLP, mind programming, and life coaching. With a strong background in green habitat projects and product CQIHA, he has made significant contributions to sustainability goal, energy and tech excellence, along with completing professional development programs in Italy, Belgium, and Germany. As a founder of iSmart Life Foundation, he is committed to philanthropy and nature conservation, evident through various initiatives like Garbha Sanskar workshops and nature integration projects. I request Mr. Mahesh Lohar to take his respective seats on the dais. Next panelist is Mr. Rohit Ghosh, a distinguished figure with a stellar academic background, including a BE from Pune University as the university topper, an M.Tech from Thapar University, where he was awarded the gold medal, and an MBA from Instute, France, one of the world's premier business schools. Rohit stands as a beacon in mentoring over 10 lakh students from various fields, guiding them to prestigious institutions like IIMs and Harvard, and coveted companies such as TCS and Google. I request Mr. Rohit Ghosh to please take his respective seat on the dais. We also have with us another panelist, Mr. Mohani Raj Khodade, the MD and CEO of Relation Realtech Private Limited and the founder of Dravyam Fintech Private Limited. With over 15 years of excellence in the real estate industry, he has led his organization to remarkable achievements, including receiving prestigious awards such as Excellence in Employee Growth and Satisfaction and Best Strategic Partner. Beyond his professional endeavors, he is an alumnus of IIM Kolkata and IIM Indore, with ongoing academic pursuits at Golden Gate University in San Francisco. I also request Mr. Mohani Raj Khodade to please take his respective seat on this dais. I now request Dr. Kuldeep Charak sir to please felicitate all the panelists and the moderator. To begin with, I request Kuldeep Charak sir and, okay, we'll divide it. We'll begin with Mr. Mohani Raj Khodade. Please give them a big round of applause. Mr. Mahesh Lohar. Please welcome Mr. Mahesh Lohar with a big round of applause. Dr. Pradeep Ambane. Dr. Pradeep Ambane. I request everybody to please give a big round of applause. Dr. Abhay Kulkarni sir to felicitate Mr. Jigar Rundavia. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jigar Rundavia. Madam. felicitate Dr. Manisha Kulkarni ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Without further ado, let us start with the panel discussion. I request Dr. Manisha Kulkarni to take over. Thank you.
Respected. Am I audible? Am I audible? Can you please increase the sound? Respected panelists and all the dignitaries sitting in the first chair, first row, and the delegates from different institute and all the students of both IICMR as well as DY Patil Institute of Management, and specifically all my colleagues, faculty of both the institutes. I welcome you all from bottom of my heart to this most insightful, interactive and important but very challenging session. Do you know why I said challenging? Any guess? Because it is post-lunch. Yes, Charak sir ne already, he has given us very good food, right, with 2 sweets. So I think that all the students and the organizers had a delicious lunch. Do you all enjoyed this lunch? So for us, it is going to be challenging. Yes, all the panelists will agree. So for that, we'll take quick 1 minute. And it is, we all together discuss, let us create a symphony in this auditorium before we speak about the sustainability and its impact on this world. Right? Are you all ready, students? So whenever I start my session, I start session by saying, warm good afternoon and thanks. Thank you so much. I want a bright, happy thoughts. Warm good afternoon and the Josh is somewhere lagging, but still, warm good afternoon and yes, and I request all the students to shout the way they want. Shout, shout, shout. You all.
I am
We wanted to see even the first row can join. Shout. Actually, we want to see the symphony. First row is not supporting. Sir, peace starts from noise and making the people happy. Yes? So what I found in this, there is some symphony, right? All were shouting, but there were together, you all did something, right? So thanks to all the students. Big round of applause to the students. First of all, I'm thankful to Dr. Charak sir and Dr. Abhay Kulkarni for giving me this opportunity to sit with huge experience people like, when I was discussing, it was our experience, great experience. And I'm really thankful to Charak sir and Dr. Abhay Kulkarni. So without wasting much time, now we will go into the discussion. Okay, this particular conference, which is talking about Asia-Africa development, is exclusively focusing on sustainability. Sustainability, there is a subject in MBA, so all of you MBA students will know about it very soon when you go into 4th semester. Sustainability is the need of the hour. it can be an individual person, or it can be a society, it can be a colony, or in a country, in a business. Sustainability is extremely important. If sustainability is not there, then there is a question mark. There will be a question mark. Are we really sustaining ourselves? Is a point of discussion. And how sustainability and development is going to contribute in promoting people, planet, and profit. When this topic was given to me, and I was told by my director that I am the moderator, I was wondering. The topic is very interesting. You all can see role of technology. Role of technology in sustainable development. So when this topic was given, I was wondering whether it is a positive side or negative side. But to my surprise, yeah, we have witnessed lot of negative aspects of technology. Because of technology, there is, mental health is deteriorating. There is a high level of depression rate. During COVID, pre and post-COVID, we have witnessed so many negative impact. Bioweapon is there, missiles are there. But the scope of today's discussion is not negative side of technology. We are going to see in this panel discussion how technology is going to create an impact on peace and development in a sustainable way. So how I come to a conclusion, okay, let us discuss only about positive thing, because when I saw some statistics, so this statistic shows, I hope that all the students can read it. It is a joint report by International Telecommunication Union, United Nations Development Program, and other partners. They are saying digital technologies can directly contribute to 70% of achieving the target of sustainable goals. It's quite amazing, right? So there is one more statistics which is saying peace tech market is now booming. So students, if you have idea regarding this, you have to submit. You will get huge funding on this. So it is projected to reach $27.2 billion. And the World Bank is estimating early warning systems can reduce the cost of conflict by 30 to 50%. So there is a decrease in violent crime rates because of increase in mobile penetration. This is positive side of utilization of mobile. 78% of countries worldwide had at least one government initiative which is ensuring transparency and which is leading to sustainability. So these are some of the major statistics which says that technology is playing a positive side in developing peace across continents, which is the scope for today's discussion. So whenever we are talking about sustainability, we always think about people. We have to work for people, planet, profit, partnership, where peace is extremely important. And if peace is not maintained, then the question of sustainability will have no value and no meaning. So that's what we are going to dwell upon, the 16th goal of sustainability, which says about peace and development. So today you have already got introduced to all the panelists, and today's scope of discussion will be dwelling upon different system, structure, strategy, and what is the impact and the outcome. So this slide is for you to have insights during the process of this discussion. With this, I now open the forum. My first question is to Mr. Jigar. So how you will say that technology has created a positive impact on ensuring peace and development?
Am I audible? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Wonderful. So
thank you so much. The question, how the technology is impacting on a positive note. So to my experience, I am coming from a corporate world. I have worked with, as earlier mentioned, power, steel, cement, automotive, and then chemical industries. So technology is playing a huge role in this, and it is really, really positive. Right from talking about the personal development and from peace perspective, it is reducing a kind of amount of work by bringing the technology in our day-to-day task, right? From there to the organizational context, it is making a huge difference, and then it is really saving times, it is making the cost effectiveness, and then lot many things. The list is actually long, but then I would like to give one short example of that, right? Earlier, those were the days the technology of phone, everyone knows, and then now the technology of mobile, right? So technology is evolving. During those time, when we were using the phone, you all know what was the tariff of the phone, usage of the phone, right? And how much peace it has created to us as an individual. We have to go to STD booth, we have to go to ISTD booth, we have to walk to, the different locations to make the phone calls, and now at your fingerprints, you have the digital revolution available, which is creating an inner peace for your own self. Don't you agree that it is creating an inner peace with us, right? So this is the advantage. Same thing I can give an example in industrial environment, that how technology is giving and then helping us. Today, the AI, RPA, and robotic processes, ChatGPT has done a wonderful job, and then on a fingerprint, this technology advancement is giving a fraction of a second all the information which you require, right? Earlier, those were the days. I am currently a research scholar doing my research. So earlier, what I learned during my coursework, that my guide or my guide's guide, they used to do this research work. They have to study so many papers, journal, going to library, reading newspaper, understanding this, and then blah, blah, blah. Today, everything is available at just one click, even in your phone. Don't you think that this is also creating a peace within? It is saving cost, it is saving time, it is saving energy, it is saving efforts, and then still you are able to continue your work with the same technology what is available today. So these are my insights, my reflex, my notes on technology, and then I would open this for the others. Thank you.
Hello? Yeah. We have Dr. Nirmala K here, ma'am, to just pay her a gratitude for her valuable presence. I request Dr. Abhay Kulkarni sir to felicitate Dr. Nirmala K, who is the head of DYPIMS. Please welcome Dr. Nirmala ma'am with a big round of applause. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, you may continue with the panel discussion.
So now, thanks, Jigar, for giving a apt example, which will, which all the students will agree. Now, can you throw some more light on the same thing, Mr. Ghosh? And I would also like to ask, what kind of strategy you adopt, in your business, new venture, and how you overcome this?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the students. Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction and opening up the panel. Thank you, sir, for your initial comments. UN, as ma'am said, UN SDG number 16 is peace and development. Peace is a state of mind, which sir right now mentioned with a couple of examples. I'll add my 2 cents. One, my perspective of this peace and development, and as you asked about the strategy part. So sustainability, Indian market of sustainability, or I would say, yeah, perspective on that Indian market is growing at a 19% CAGR by 2032. That's the data. And current market size is around 11.32 USD billion, 11.32 billion USD. So I think where we are sitting today is we are sitting in a land of opportunities when we talk about sustainability. That's without saying, that goes without saying. Right. And that's what we are talking about, the third largest economy in the world and all those kind of things. Now with that, technology, how it helps in bringing peace, I think it's no better time to quote one of the, in B.N. Krishna book, India in 2030, India as a Rajsik nation, he categorically mentioned about the fact that how technology can reduce the number of cases in India, and that will help to bring more peace. That one another perspective in the society, right? Where we have so many cases are pending, how can we use technology in courts to reduce the number of cases so that it can bring in the society, peace in the society and other things which are more positive. So I bring that perspective of technology. We all understand technology in corporate world, technology in our personal world, but I think at the societal level also there is some huge changes which are happening, and I'm sure with more embrace of that technology we will be bring more peace in the entire ecosystem. As far as the strategy part, ma'am, your question is concerned, I think technology is at the core. 5 years before, technology was an enabler. As we said, technology-based companies. Today, we don't use the word technology-based companies because it's hygiene that technology is at the core. Without technology at the core, you cannot scale the company. You cannot bring quality to your, whether it's a manufacturing, whether it's a BFSI, whether it's a services company, product company, hospital, you name an industry, if technology is not there, you can't bring scalability, you can't bring the quality of quality to your product or service. So as far as the strategy is concerned, ma'am, we are also in a way we have built and we are in the process of building one technology ecosystem where that will be given access to our customers, which are fundamentally students, and that will help them to grow better in their thought process and stuff. But yeah, as a strategy, I think it goes without doubt that technology is at the core. It's no more an enabler, and that is helping us to grow ahead and create more value in the society.
Thank you, Mr. Rohit, for considering technology as a core, and which is the need of the hour. And in all the days we are saying negativity of technology, but it is having its own positive side if it is utilized in a proper way. And now I would like to ask Mr. Mahesh, you being a coach and a consultant for many leading companies with a huge experience, what's your say about this? Whether technology can really bring peace?
Yeah, it's actually a question like this, it generates another question. Okay, so it's good that it started with Ghoshji, and I learned, means we experienced the Jai Ghosh from the crowd. So we'll continue that. So cheers for these young friends. Yeah, the question generated is whether internet is good or bad. Is it positive or negative? It's like that. What you are consciously putting the search word, that is to be tested. Technology is like this. How you take it, it's your conscious part. It is your individual part. So rather debating on technology, good or bad, 2 days before I was in SME Summit, and before that last week I was in Hyderabad for goal number 5 about women empowerment, and US government had funding this young management professional, particularly women. This is March first week, and 8th March we are celebrating the Empowerment Day. So for the partnering, We Connect is you can Google it, either you note it this point. So this, many funds are available to empower the woman thought, empowerment thought, how to integrate that. So technology definitely help there. One good example, one good story I heard just 2 days before. So because of the technology, one dairy farm, they have expanded, almost 500 cows were there, and cows started giving their milk 30% more. How it is possible? Because of technology, it is not a process improvement or bringing losses down. The cow itself, she started delivering more milk. How it is possible? Can anyone participate? How it is possible? Yeah. Yeah. So this is one part. So because of the technology, it is possible to study the ecosystem. It is possible to study the inside of that animal, inside of that livelihood, and what time she will be nurtured, what time nutrients to be given, what time urination, waste management, their life cycle, their biological cycle, biological clock is matched with the technology. And because of the inside fulfillment, because of the inside completion, because of the inside peace into that animal, she is at her maximum performance. So these are the key points. So technology, neither we can say good, neither we can say bad. How you take it, you are at your nurture age, do it consciously is a key part of it. Thank you.
Doing everything with full of consciousness is going to make it happy and take it to the positive side. Thanks for this insight. To Mr. Mohani Raj, I was very inquisitive after reading your profile. In one day you have sold 120 units, right, in your real estate. So within 1 hour. So it's a commendable job, and was surprised to see that. So do you impose any systems of sustainability in your organization? Can you quote some practical example, which will be helpful for the students?
Yes, absolutely. So thank you all of you. And as rightly mentioned by ma'am, we sold around 130, 140 odd units in just few minutes or half an hour. And that was a sustainable sales.
Oh.
Because we did it through the technology without any paper. So, how it is very important to understand the thought process behind every problem. So whenever we face the problem, we should look at that problem as an opportunity, because there is a saying, every problem comes with equal or greater opportunity. So same way, during the lockdown, we faced that this is the only product as a home we sell, which cannot be, taken to the consumer's place. Consumer has to come to the place where he want to buy his home. So that was the challenge, and how we help to the home buyers to take the decision, going online, taking the home buying decision through the technology, and they can buy their home without coming to the site. So that's happened thanks to the technology only. So first part was taken care by the VR, that is virtual reality, we implemented in 2021. Second, we developed an app which helped us to accelerate the growth of real estate sales. So what we did, we know that people buy with emotion and then they justify with logic. So buying decision happens at the extreme emotion which a person feels कि मेरे को घर लेना है या मेरे को कोई भी product लेना है. So it comes with the two kind of emotions. One is that of greed that he finds in that offer कि मेरे को बहुत benefit मिल रहा है, so I should buy this home. And second, he should feel that there is a fear of losing out. If I don't buy it, I'll don't get it, maybe in future. So what we did, we collected around 200 odd tokens from the people, those who are interested to buy their home. And we gathered them like this kind of auditorium or hall, and we asked them, so the 1 crore apartment for the special all of you today is available at 90 lakhs. So that created the grid. And there are 200 families, but we have only 130 units. So that created the fear that may lose out. If 70 odd people, anyways, they will not get the home because we have only 130. And we gave the power of their decision in their mobile app, so which we developed in-house with one of the software company. And then we just open at some Shubha Muhurat, let's say 11:30. So window will be closed by 11:40. So you have only 10 minutes to book your dream home through the app. You have to click on the apartment that you like and then book the home. And that's how we accelerate the sales process. And there was no paper involved during that interaction. There were no any material or involved because we send them the brochures digitally. We explain them the product digitally. Only they had to come once for that event because they need to experience what kind of flat actually is there, because they have to see the flat. So that's why once they had all families came, they saw the unit, and then they sat, and then digitally they booked. So all the receipts were generated online, all the payments were collected online, and that's how we converted that problem into opportunity with the technology. So I feel that technology, as rightly said by sir, it's depend on you how you use it. It can make you or it can break you. Both the things are in their that they have in their hand in the technology. So that's how we are implementing technology towards the growth as well as sustainability in real estate.
Excellent example. I think student will be in a position to connect and correlate exactly what you mean. So he's saying that technology is definitely helping to preserve, protect and eliminate waste. And time is also saved in the process. Now my question to Mr. Pradeep. I am very excited to know about a postdoc. You are a postdoc research scholar, and he has done more than 54 plus certifications. And he's still learning and learning. So with a huge expertise of learning, relearning, okay, what is that? What is your opinion on this topic? Okay, do you have any special example in your area which you wanted to connect to the student?
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Since I belong to the technical background, and along with that, I have the PhD and all that, especially in the field of management. So I can give you the some of the technical examples where we can actually elaborate or maybe implement the technical skills into the management. Now, just to continue with the example which sir have given into the real estate. Previously, just before when I was actually doing my PhD, we do have some kind of clients which are into the real estate. So what technology and the marketing skill can be integrated with each other so as to boost the sales of real estate. I will share you the example. So how the sir has said that how the sale has been increased, or how the technology has increased without actually going to the actual site, and we can increase the sale. So continue with that, we have another example. So what we did was, we did the market survey, and based on the customer behavior, this is purely for the marketing people. So based on the customer behavior, we actually develop a product which you could say a real estate building or apartment, so that they can meet the exact requirement of a customer. So by that, we actually integrated the various laws developed by the PCMC. Then we have integrated the various things regarding customer behaviors, and based on that, how the profitability can be increased to the builders as well. So it would be a win-win situation from the government point of view, then the customer point of view, and then to the real estate developer as well. So I would like to share you, ma'am. We have 102 flats for the sale, and day one we had 87 bookings, and we actually have to shut down the office because people are actually taking the checks and saying that this has to be booked. So by I guess by 12:30 we actually shut down the office late night. So this is the example how we can integrate the technology and increase the marketing strategy so as to get the maximum profitability towards the builders, and then the customer satisfaction has to be achieved, and it has to be win-win situation. So this was the previous experience which we are actually experimenting with the technology. This is purely done by the data mining technologies, how the customers are actually behaving and identifying the customer need, and based on that, if you are actually able to develop a product, then the sales could be the easiest thing which you can do. So from marketing point of view, this is one of the things which are actually we did previously. Now continuing with your sustainability and my current topic, right now I'm working as a postdoc researcher in the same DY Patil Institute. My topic is medicinal plant cultivation management system using machine learning applications. So I'm actually doing so many things. Like previously we have the session from the Kadu ma'am, where they are actually doing some rural development, and then how the livelihood can be increased and all that. So they are more or less focusing on agriculture based, and how the product can be developed. So parallel to the agriculture based I'm right now focusing on the medicinal plant cultivation, which is very rarely used and which has a potential for the marketing point of view, which has a potential from the IT sector or maybe the technology point of view, and integrating all those things in order to increase the livelihood. So right now I'm working on that only, and that can be done with the help of marketing strategies and with the help of technology as well. So this is right now I'm working on that.
Thank you, Mr. Pradeep. Now my question is to Mr. Jigar. I think, yeah, he deserves a round of applause for sharing his postdoc topic on how much he is thinking of proactively, you know, about the future and connecting medicinal plant cultivation with technology. I have a very interesting question to you, Mr. Jigar. Actually, all these international organizations, ILOs, all the leading organizations are imposing on sustainability. As in the morning, one of the speakers said, developed countries did the mistake and they are imposing on developing countries. So what do you feel? And now it is a mandate to submit the report, sustainability report also. Whether organization has received this positively or it is considered as a force. Is there any change in the organization structure because of this, or any special development, or in short, how sustainability is actually implemented in an organization from top to bottom, how it is percolated down? If you can explain to our student, it will be of immense help. Yeah.
Very interesting question. I would like to start with the quote, because the question you started with whether it is right or the developed countries has imposed this and then the developing countries has to take this responsibility or not. So all these things, I would like to start with the quote that train has left the station. We don't have choice, right? Sustainability for the organization perspective, nobody has a choice. We have to be. Global warming is already happened, right? So we have seen lot of incidences. We are not prepared as a citizen. We are not prepared as an corporates. We are not prepared as a developing country also to tackle this in the hour of need. We need this at utmost attention, and no corporate is excluding themselves. It is up to us how we respond to that, how we respond to the situation, how we rather reacting. I will choose not to react, but then collaboratively participate. How do I get along, and then how do I contribute to the society would be my choice. And with that, I think every corporate, every citizen is taking, right? Vasudevam Kutukam, right? That is the India has proved that again and again during the COVID time. We have, from here, we have shipped all the vaccinations, all the medicines, wherever the needed countries was requirement of, right? So this is helping our relationship with the neighboring countries. This is helping our relationship with underdeveloped countries. This is helping our relationship with developed countries also. In US, I learned that there was a deficit of paracetamol, and India has shipped all this paracetamol to help them. If that time we thought that we are developing countries and we would not be able to support the developed countries, I think that time we cannot talk about then peace, we cannot talk about collaboration, we cannot talk about joint ventures, we cannot talk as all these things. So every corporate also has contributed in that. Companies like Reliance, they contributed to the oxygens where the patients and then the hospitals they were in requirement of, right? So all these things has happened, and then it should happen continually to the better society, better citizen of the India. That's what I think from my perspective I should contribute to. So the structure with respect to sustainability, it comes to my knowledge again, so I'm coming from a corporate world, and then from there, sustainability, under sustainability there is, the huge pyramid, and this works with, the 17 goals with that principles, all these domain areas where organization would be working. So CSR also could be one of them. Then the social responsibility, apart from that, there would be another wing which can support the sustainability by environmental contributions, sustainable things and practices. Those things I can contribute from my experience I am sharing.
Now my question is to Rohit. Rohit, you are having your own startup, Skill Age and Business Siksha, which is about continuous online learning. So do you feel that is there any responsibility we as academicians are having in this process of ensuring sustainability for peace and development?
Thank you. I would say it's a very interesting question from the perspective of the moment. So we started very generic in terms of peace and development. Now we are coming to be specific in the academia perspective. And since the crowd is students, so that's why I said it's an interesting question. Ma'am, I firmly believe that sustainability, this word, starts from home, right? It starts from home, the mindset starts from home. And obviously this word has created a buzz because of its own reasons. As sir mentioned, it's a need of the hour. But at a human level, social level, economic level, and at an environmental level, this is, this is perennial. This word is perennial. So when you bring it to the academia, absolutely, there's a huge responsibility. With my limited experience in this entire dais, I can only mention that with NEP, new education policy, and other things in the picture, the word sustainability in academia has gone to the next level. Whether there is collaboration of industry with academia, whether there is collaboration of government, industry, and academia, I think those are the areas where when you talk about research, whether it's a technical institute or a management institute, whether you talk about projects, whether those projects are government funded, private funded, all these efforts, as you asked the question, all these efforts, in my opinion, bring the concept of sustainability, even if we don't use the word sustainability, to a student's mind. Whether you are doing a project of EV, whether you are doing a project on green technology, carbon emission, you name a topic, there is an angle of sustainability if you want to bring that angle. And I think there is no point of if, as sir mentioned, it is absolutely important to look into sustainability from every project perspective. And that's what happens in the organizations also, ma'am. When organizations take interview, as you spoke about the academia part, the learning outcome of academia is the placement and eventually the job, right? In the interview today, the HRs do check, the concept of when you say whether you will be being in the company for at least a year or two, in my opinion, that's sustainability in that perspective, right? So there are ways and means when HRs ask question to the students to understand whether this person is adaptable to situations, whether this person understand in a way that you have to sustain the job for providing value to the organization, and in effect, you will obviously add value to yourself as well as to the organization. So I think sustainability from academia perspective is absolutely important, and these are some of the ways that we can inculcate this word either directly or indirectly.
I'm becoming impatient, but recently I saw a advertisement by Apple on sustainability. How many of you have seen that? Don't you think this is a next level of technology, what they are using, walk the talk, to convey how serious they are towards sustainability, right? They have committed now that what they would be using in their mobile and mobile technology after 5 years, and how they are going to eliminate all the waste. That is what they are committing now as a part of this advertisement. Wonderful, amazing. Please watch those who have not seen, and then that would be a great message to all.
Thank you. Actually, as Mr. Rohit said, it is the responsibility for all of us. We are doing it, but there is a need of direction to be created, and awareness generation, awareness is to be enhanced, so that we together, and I think one of the good example is this international conference itself. Previously we used to compete with each other, two institutes, but now we are collaborating. So this is a very good example for sustainability. And now I have a very interesting question to Mr. Mahesh. See, when you talk about sustainability, and it's having all the P's with it: people, process, planet, along with that, profit. Because we all are sitting here, without profit we cannot exist. So do you feel that profit will create impact, negative impact, or going more towards profit will bring back, or pull us back?
Yeah, profit again is a hypothetical term. It should be termed as against the need and greed. So how much you are with the enough, how much you are with the abundance, how much you are with the completion. If we are doing storage, reserving something, holding something, that is creating the gap. And that's why, though there are now, we've seen so many dams came. Even rainfall last year is very good. Still we are shortage of water in March, in end of the February. Why these gaps are happening? It is happening because of the grid element, usage element, bhog element into our lifestyle. The part we are talking about, academia part, you rightly said that awareness is a part. And sir also noticed that every future placement or any corporate coming to your campus or wherever your career starting, they expect something. What is those expectations are? Are you practicing sustainability? Are you smart enough? You understand the problem of the world? Is it sustainability is a problem of the world? We say that planet bachao, save planet. Is a planet save is a mission? Planet कहाँ जाने वाला है? ये बायोकेमिकल planet है, ये physical planet हो जाएगा, बाकी जैसे planet है. Planet कहीं नहीं जाना. Save planet should not be. Save human is the mission. Our species under threat. Who has a problem? Who is a problem of a global warming? So this insight we must see. My sustenance is my tomorrow's sustenance. We are worried, we are discussing why these forums are happening. These forums are for you young people are there. How many you are thinking that you are smart? कितने लोग हैं? Anybody there? I am not smart. क्यों smart है आप? वो mirror के सामने है इसलिए, या हाथ में smart mobile है इसलिए, या your inside saying that you are smart. Now what is duty around that smart? The first duty of that smart is make people sustainable. We are talking on a peace. What is fundamental definition of peace? Not disturbing other, not creating disturbance. Your smartphone, though you are sitting beside somebody seriously listening, and you are busy with where are you? On a WhatsApp or what reels are playing. So you should see that how technology we are integrating, technology disturbing peace, not for myself, you are disturbing peace for others. So this, whatever development side we are doing, we are looking for sustainable integration into it. So when you are going for the tomorrow's leader, what you will be carrying upon? Apart from your resume, what 3 words you should have? What is your insightful thought for tomorrow? What you are, who you are, why this blazer carry upon? What is duty that talks about? What responsibility that carries upon? Because of that blazer, are you there to create the tomorrow's harmony? That should be inside this question, you must understand. Creating noise, we have experimented this because of your Ghosh, because of your Jaykosh, and because of your Josh. Though it is not fall under the peace, but it created the harmony. Ma'am said it is a symphony, but it is a harmonious activity. Because of that, we able to settle down to the net zero. We settle down to our basic level of the understanding, basic level of the listening. Why she did so? It is made you to motivate, to activate your listening quotient. So understand these efforts, every word, every single sentence, every single minute of you is important. It is not this conference is important, not attendance, not your blazer, not this institute. Mirror yourself in yourself. That will bring value to you. That will be your resume of the future. And if we are going to be a Vishwaguru, is it sitting here, or it is in front lane, or it is there in you? You will be carrying the image of India to the world. And what you will carry? You will carry profits, what exactly she is talking about. Profit is an opportunity where you serve your insights. And that insight made the manifestation of new ecosystem. That new ecosystem rewards you. This reward is a profit. Profit is not to be earned. Profit is to be gained. That is sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Actually, you have given insight to me also. Actually, we have to really introspect and reflect. Now I have a question to Mr. Pradeep. You being a technocrat, can you quote some real example and how this technology is helping in reducing peace? Any example? One is I read about Facebook. It is having a live chat in promotion of peace. So similarly, if you have any example or device so that student can understand and they can also utilize those kind of tools.
Just to continue with the Rohit sir, I would like to just share you some of the things because all of you are from the MBA background and right now pursuing your MBA.
Yes.
I believe this would be the last degree which you are actually holding. Maybe few of you may be going for the PhD and all that. But after that, you have to join some companies, join some maybe startup with the startups and all that. So before going to that process, you still have certain time. So I would like to share some things which would be add to you that try to learn the social emotional learning skills. That is SEL. So what is social emotional learning skill in terms of MBS? So this is like a relationship between your with you and your colleagues, with your friends, within your parents, with the teachers, and how you controls your emotions when the things are not favoring you or maybe favoring to you. It will be a both positive and negative thing, but you have to control all those things. This is very initial thing. For you, this is very new thing, but you have to develop those social emotional learnings. So this is just guidelines to all MBA students, and continue with how the technology has been enhanced regarding this sustainability and all that. Primary example, I would say that healthcare system. So when we say that the healthcare, how the healthcare can be through the sustainability can be developed. So we have certain image processings, then we have certain say algorithms, and then the technology like AI and machine learning and all that, maybe the IoT systems. So these are the technologies which are actually helping the healthcare system to detection of the disease in the earlier phases. Then maybe some of the robotic technologies that can be used as a helping hand to the doctors. So this is one of the primary example. Continue with the peace and all that. So if we are actually going through the peace and all that, previously in the first session, Yogesh sir said that we have the credibility and then the online payment and the UPI payment and all that. So going through the same example, there are certain, sirs have exactly said that we have some fraud detection and all that. So technology can actually help to increase the fraud detection cases. We can share the criminals, maybe the criminal data, maybe the crime happened in a various cross-continent, maybe the cross-state, maybe the cross-countries. So by that way, we can reduce the criminal cases and all that. Along with that, so many fraud cases are happening through the online and all that. These are preventive measures that we need to take. For example, we have certain OLX wala fraud case where you have a call and then you scan the QR code and by default you given the maybe OTP and all that and your money has been gone. So kind of a technology threats are there, and based on that we have to encounter that. And it is the same thing that we have the peace of mind in terms of everything, in terms of a personal level and in terms of a social level. So social level, by that way we can reduce the cases like that. And along with that, for the personal point of view, we can be aware of how this technology can be threatening to us and how we can encounter to that threats that have been actually happen around us. So from the individual point of view and from the social point of view, we have to adopt to the technologies which are actually been advanced level, or maybe we have to be aware of how these technologies are changing. So by that way we can develop that peace of mind for the personal level and as well as to the social point of view as well.
Thank you. Now a last question to Mr. Mohani Raj. You are the MD and founder of two real company, private limited companies. What do you feel? Whether a leader has an important role in ensuring sustainability in the organization, or it is vice versa? Can you please explain with some examples?
So you have mentioned this slide.
Yes.
So the first part, system, structure and strategy, comes from the management.
Yes.
The impact and outcome is in the team, in the
okay.
hands of team.
Okay.
So that's the answer, I think.
Oh.
So it has to be both way.
Yes.
Both the way.
Very good.
So being a leader, I can form the strategy, I can form the systems, I can implement policies to bring the sustainability in the organization. But implementation part always remains with the team, because if whole team is aligned towards the single vision or goal of the organization, which is having a sustainability in the mind, that will definitely help all the organizations as well as governments as well as whole population, societies will bring sustainability. Because I feel that if you look at the pollution figures, numbers, 33% pollution is because of the vehicles. So even though we start small steps doing the carpooling or maybe avoiding the bikes or cars and using public transport, metro, that will reduce 10-15% of the overall pollution. So maximum role is actually in the hand of the people or team, those who are at the ground. They are the implementer, we can call them. So they drive the major force towards bringing the sustainability in the system and getting the benefit out of it. We have best example of the country called Bhutan, which is a carbon negative, right?
Yes.
Why it happens? It is not only government that took the initiatives, it is the public that they are following the rules. They do not have signals at their roads. Why? People are following rules by themselves. They don't need signals. So this kind of contribution from both the ends, I think, will help. As far as my industry is concerned, I'm happy to share that after the SDG 17 and this UNO's initiative towards the sustainability, government has taken really good initiatives, giving some subsidies, giving some incentives for the bringing sustainability in the real estate. If any developer who is taking the environment clearance or taking there are different certifications. There is a gold, there is a silver, there is a platinum kind of certifications. What kind of sustainable steps you take towards the using renewable energy and avoiding the pollution, they are giving the extra FSI to the developers. It means the profit and purpose can be balanced with the help of both the or maybe all the stakeholder of the ecosystem. I think that's how I feel all the player or all the stakeholder of the ecosystem are equally important and equally contributed towards the sustainability.
Thank you, thank you. Yes. Students, you can clap if you want. Nobody is going to scold you.
Nice. I will extend this to furthermore. If we map the whole humans all along the globe and who are performing human, the category simply like that. 10% are influencers, 70% are the followers. These patterns applies to organizations also, to community also, to forming the society also, forming groups also, for certain purpose. Now here the question leader come. So I will just add, this leader must be conscious leader. If leader is conscious, team automatically start following. The example of Bhutan is rightly said, team is doing that. But their leadership is a conscious leadership. That is a major difference. The day you start your conscious part of, and where is this consciousness? Can anybody add? Younger minds, where are you? Busy with the smart thing? Where is the consciousness? It is within you. Only thing, many coverings we are taken upon, that disturbances of mobile, disturbances of disturbances of unnecessary communication, that take away your time to the unaware state of consciousness. So conscious leadership is a key part. Here I will end with one simple story. That is starfish story. I get motivated. There is a sea beach. एक बड़ी लहर आती है. Many starfish get one side outside the water. और एक छोटी लड़की वो एक फिश उठा के अंदर डालती है. And one सूट बूट वाला MBA आता है कि क्या हो जाएगा? Can you say what you make a difference to this world? She gives very good answer, conscious answer, and that is what the tomorrow's leadership needed. She said कि I may not be make a change of this big, but I made the change. What fish I had thrown into the sea. Wow. So that approach you have to see and cultivate yourself, nourish your original value. That is a key to your success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
I know it is time, but then let me just quickly, very quickly. I am fan of advertisement, and then that impacts me a lot, right? So I would like to quote one more advertisement, and then I'm sure, because this is very old advertisement, you might have not seen, but sitting people, dignitaries at first row and second row might have seen that. So I will verbatim this in a story moment, and I like that storytelling. So one child is going on his school on a way, and then when he is going, he sees that there is a small drizzling rain is started, a tree is collapsed on a way, and child is not able to pass the road, right? Everybody started along with that. So child is worried that how does he surpass this, because tree is there and he cannot go now, he cannot go to school. He started worrying about. There are other companion, other child, other students, they are also started doing mimicry and other things. There is a gossiping noise which is coming from neighbors, that you see this, what, how, what, when, how, where, all these questions will started and all. There is a minister who is also going on the same route, right? And then he started, oh, come on, this is, I'm sorry I'm using that, this happens every day in India, let's not worry. Take me to the another route, I need to reach to the assembly or I need to reach to the office. Then there are busy men, there are other people, they are least bothered about all these situations. And then the child himself, he started, you know, can you imagine what he started? He started pushing the tree alone in that rain moment, right? That is the moment where sustainability connects with self. If you start with yourself and you start with that the sustainability starts with me, I think nobody can stop. India become the superpower in this world. Thank you though. And it is initiative by Times of India on sustainability. Times of India on
much. We will now conclude the session. It was quite insightful and interactive with all of you. So in this process of discussion, as a student, I hope that you all had a lot of insights in this process. It is about the technology, yes, but the topic is connecting technology with peace and development. So it is extremely interesting. It was quite interesting, and I hope that you all would have understood. Use technology, but in what direction, with what perspective? That is extremely important. And when in this process of discussion, one more important, insight which I got is core values. The sustainability flows from the core values, and you will be very soon the future leaders of different corporate for the corporate world very soon. You all should remember that sustainability starts from being ethical and following and adapting your own core values, and then adapting the core values of the organization, which is extremely important. When you are going to understand this, automatically you will directly aligned with the purpose of your life, and this will together ensure that there is a process of sustainability which there will be thereby lead to peace and development, which is the most important goal that we were discussing all about. And I think thanks to the organizers for extending the time given to panel discussion, and we really
it was worth it, ma'am.
Thank you so much, because I was initially having the pressure of time. All the panelists were also having, but thanks for giving us the time. And I hope students, you all got something or the other with the huge expertise and experience that has been shared by the panelists. May I get an answer? Oh, thank you. Any question to any of the panelists you have? If time permits, Meenal ma'am?
Not really.
Not, okay.
We can have few questions tomorrow as well. We'll have a few more people coming up.
What you can do is you can write your questions, and during networking you can discuss with the panelists. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah, that we will do. And wish you all the best to all the students. And let us today take together a pledge that we will adopt a culture which will be of Gurukul type, but adapting digitally yours. So Gurukul, digitally yours. So thank you so much to all the organizers, and especially to both the directors for giving us this opportunity. And thanks to all the panelists for sharing your great insightful experiences. Thank you.
Thank you all the panelists for throwing light and providing fresh and unique perspectives on today's theme. And thank you, moderator ma'am, as well, for making this possible and successful as well. Great takeaways for each one of us sitting here. The first half of the program has come to a close, and for the same I humbly thank our management DYPIMS. Also, words may not suffice expressing our gratitude to today's leaders, our mentors, our father figures, Dr. Kuldeep Charak sir, chairman, and Dr. Abhay Kulkarni, co-chairman, for always being there as a solid rock support, for providing their wise mentorship and cheerful encouragement. Thank you, sir, for being a leader who believes in his team and to be unswaggering and impeccable. Thank you, everyone. So we'll now proceed to the campus opposite to this, that is DYPIMS, for the further research paper presentation tracking. So I request all the students and the participants to move across the road into that institute. And the tracking information is available for all the presenters on the WhatsApp group. You may go through that. Tomorrow as well, we will have a same kind of power pack sessions starting here today in the morning. So breakfast will be served over here, and that will be followed with the further sessions. Thank you so much.